Mega Man is back to his roots once again in Capcom's retro throwback title, Mega Man 10, the second game modeled after the series' original 8-bit style. Mega Man 10 offers some new features to the formula, including an easy mode to make the game more accessible to the easily frustrated, and the ability to play through the game as Proto Man from the start. But does this manage to keep the game fresh, or is the nostalgia wearing thin for this well-worn series? What else would Mega Man be doing if the world wasn't on the verge of domination by shrouded villains and their oddly named robot masters? The latest peril comes by way of Roboenza, a robot affliction sending man's mechanical helpers on a hell-bent insanity to take over the world. The situation calls for feats of daring do, and Mega Man's at it again to defeat the 8 robot masters that stand between him and the means for a cure. It's your typical 8-bit drama through and through, and it gets the Blue Bomber where he needs to be, and not much else. For a game designed on gameplay elements developed over 2 decades ago, it's a testament to the game's source material that Mega Man 10 is still fun to play. In the land of the Blue Bomber, reflex is king, as you will be constantly placed in tight situations where precise timing is all that stands between your progression or spiky pitfall. It can be a difficult trek at times, but if the going gets too tough, there's always the new easy setting to fall back on, which can significantly curb the game's difficulty. Proto Man joins the fray for free this time around, bringing with him the ability to slide, charge his shots, and block enemy projectiles with his shield. But the cost for these extra moves comes straight out of his health bar, meaning if you don't have the skills to put his abilities to proper use, you'll probably have a harder time ahead. It's great to have this option available from the start, rather than having to purchase it later as DLC, though it would have been nicer to see the unique gameplay styles of the 2 characters more dynamically integrated within the game. It's still a nice touch though. As always, once you inevitably conquer each of the game's robot masters, you are granted their thematic weapon, which can come in handy when accessing hidden areas for useful items or clearing the occasionally obtrusive enemy in your path. With the addition of a quick switch option using the controller's shoulder buttons, cycling between weapons is less of a chore, though be aware, until you become adjusted to the new system, accidental switches in the heat of the moment are something to be expected. The weapons of Mega Man 10 fill the usual archetypes of heat-based, ice-based, or shield type the series has come to expect and are unique enough in their own right, but outside of the occasional use within a given stage or taking out the corresponding robot master to which said weapon is their Achilles heel, don't expect anything to completely replace your trusty Mega Buster. Sorry Mega Man 2 fans, no Metal Blade here. While Mega Man 10 may seem like simple 8-bit homage repackaged for nostalgic appeal, don't sell the game short on what it has to offer for your currency. There is a wealth of extra content here that will keep you coming back even after trouncing the game's robot masters. Aside from a hard difficulty setting unlocked after completing the game, there is a robust list of challenges aimed solely to taunt the completionists within, rewarding recognition for simple givens like beat the game, while also demanding the seemingly impossible, such as clearing the game without taking any damage for the coveted Mr. Perfect title. Time attack modes also add weight to the value, posting record finishes and footage of player runs on in-game leaderboards for your viewing pleasure. There's also the promise of DLC, which can further extend the game's welcome with the promise of new content in the near future. Altogether, between the challenges, difficulty settings, leaderboards, and extra characters, Mega Man 10 is a loaded package for the modest price of $10. Though the nostalgic appeal has somewhat diminished after Mega Man 9, the 8-bit aesthetic is strong with this one, having virtually no trouble fitting the part of its predecessors. Whether or not you prefer this retro approach depends entirely on your history with the series and Nintendo's legendary gray box. Rest assured that this is still the classic Mega Man we grew up with, and personally, we wouldn't have it any other way. In-game audio rounds out the presentation, delivering nothing more and nothing less of the series' chimes we've come to expect. The game's soundtrack is a varied medley of catchy tunes you may accidentally find yourself humming at odd moments, and while the track is sure to grow on you, its potency to linger in your mind is diminished over previous entries in the series. Mega Man 10 delivers another dose of the satisfying 8-bit experience the series is known for. Between new features to make the game more accessible, classic gameplay, and more content than you can shake a Buster Cannon at, Mega Man 10 is a worthy addition to its namesake and falls nicely in place with its 8-bit predecessors of the NES days of yore. If you're a fan of the series, you've probably already bought the game. If this is your first time with the Blue Bomber, there's a good chance to see simple 2D action at its finest.